tell him this. Did he miss? Junior Watanabe on my...
So, as we talked about last week, the NBA playoffs are underway. We are in the second round. And as we mentioned, I'm rooting for the Celtics. Rebecca is a Knicks fan. And the Knicks are leading the series 2-0 against the Celtics. Rebecca, take it away.
Yeah. One thing I love is a good underdog story. And as much as to us as Knicks fans, well, me as a Knicks fan, I never looked at them as an underdog. But if you looked at the stats from the season, then you would automatically, like, your go-to would be like the Celtics are going to win. Because when you've looked at the Knicks versus, like, the top 3 teams, they have not won in any capacity, right? So it's just like a lot, even like the FanDuel, like the Las Vegas and everything like that, they've been saying the Celtics are going to win. You good?
Yeah, my phone was not.
They've been saying the Celtics are going to win, and like, you know, that's been the belief. And so the fact that the Warriors, baby. The Celtics have had 20-point leads in both games, and it's been blown because the Knicks literally are hustling. I think in the first game, the threes are what really was like the downfall for y'all. But I think also what it is the shot selections when the Knicks did get the ball back.
Yeah, and I also just think some people know how to play with leads and others don't. So I feel like I can't even be mad because you had the opportunity to continue to put the foot on the gas, and I don't know what, the first time is like, no way you're gonna do it again, but you let it happen. So in my mind, I love y'all down, but you are giving yourself a first class ticket to Cancun, and you know, also give the Knicks credit. They are hustlers, and they're gonna continue to push. It don't matter if they 20, 10, 30 points down. They are known as a team that's always gonna continue to, you know.
And one thing I will say,
put on the gas.
I will say, I love when like people make me eat my own words, because I remember when the trade happened and Mikal Bridges came to the Knicks. I said, why are they bringing him here? Like, what is he gonna do? Let me tell y'all, in the playoffs, this man has been showing me. Yeah, I ate my words with salt, baby. I was like, oh my God. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Pacers and the... Oh, girl, I almost said the Celtics. The Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if y'all don't know, let me help y'all know. I love Darius Garland. Like,
this is a newfound love interest here.
That's my man. And you know, he's been out since the commencement of the series with I believe it's like a strained toe or something, like some toe injury.
Something ain't right.
Right. So a lot of people going into this thought that similar to the way the Celtics and the Knicks series is going, that what?
But more so the Cavaliers, because they were the number 1 team in the East.
Right. So everybody assumed that like the Cavaliers was going to run away with it, basically. Right. And they lost the first game. And they lost the second game.
The second one was way more heartbreaking.
No, because it was definitely like they were. It's similar
again,
to the Celtics.
The leads. People do not know how to, or I feel like it's just sometimes you see that big old lead, and you see like it was a hefty lead, and I think that's the thing that in basketball is so scary. A second, okay, I'm guessing it. Maybe not a second, but like 2 minutes is a very long time. A lot can happen in 2 minutes, and you could just shoot the lights out and be right back up. And that's exactly what happened to the Pacers.
Exactly. And I won't lie to you. I remember like when I was watching the game and I saw that they were up by 20. I was like, oh, this is getting boring. Like, you know, the Jazz wasn't really hitting. Yes, the Jazz. No, Pacers. No. The Pacers, sorry.
Jazz, girl, they in Cancun for like 3 weeks already. What are you talking about? The Jazz.
Sorry, y'all. Life. My brain is everywhere.
She said the Jazz.
So the Pacers, they were missing shots and stuff. I tuned out. I tuned back in the fourth quarter. I look up. I said, ah!
And in like throughout the game, Tyrese had like missed a shot or something, and like the fans were talking about overrated. This is why I am not I'm not a big trash talker. That's not who I am. And I say this saying all the time because my mom has said it to me plenty of times. El que ríe de último ríe mejor, aka the person that laughs last laughs the best. So I will be super nonchalant. I'll go the whole series. Until you win it all, I think you should just be quiet. And then when you win it all, you can go hurrah and do all the things. But again, I'm kind of like beating myself up because I did say celebrate the small wins. But I don't like when people are disrespectful.
But my thing is also, what I will say is Donovan Mitchell, when people were saying like the overrated chance, he was like this, like calm down. Because my whole thing, right, is like that the most overrated player or whatever like that, and that, what's that, Tyrese Halliburton won. It was like, those were voted by players.
Right.
And it's like, that's how your peers feel about you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the reason why I think the trash talking from the fans happened is because, like, fans call people overrated all the time.
Right.
But the fact that a game made up of your peers voted you to be overrated. Mm-hmm. Now that gives like the fans even more leverage to be like, you're overrated, you know?
But I feel like they do that with everyone, right? Like if you airball bad, you will hear it from the fans. They're gonna be like, airball.
But a team made up of your peers is not saying that you're overrated.
Right.
And that airball makes you overrated.
But I feel like regardless, like, yes, I understand what you mean, but I think it was more so like what amped him up more was the fact that the fans were saying it. But Donovan Mitchell, like he tried to calm them down. But at the end of the day, it is playoff basketball. Mm-hmm. And whether you love it or hate it, I already said my piece on that. I think it does make, that's what makes sports. The trash talk, the people speaking up for who they believe their team is the best. I have my coworker or ex-coworker, but like that's my friend. He literally texted me when the Knicks won the first game and the second game. So I'm just like, I'm not going to congratulate you till you win the series, but talk your talk.
And my thing is, what I will say is I feel like this is one of the most, like the one time, this is one of the most times like I've been so interested in the playoffs since the 2022.
Really?
Playoff season.
Okay.
Because that's the last time the Warriors won. And then I just feel like 2023, 2024, like nothing really was.
Also your teams. Like I feel like if your teams are not in it,
but I just feel like also the competition level wasn't really like giving me that much. I feel like this year, first off, the fact that we had all the trade rumors, all the trades that happened during the season.
Luka
so that already emphasized everything. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm caught up in the storylines. And then now you got like all the underdogs are like the teams that weren't, put up to win.
Yeah, it's a Cinderella story.
Yeah, so it's just like, to me, I'm like, oh my God.
And when you talk about the trades, I'm very intrigued to figure out if Giannis is gonna stay with the Bucks. I want to know. I
don't think he should.
No, yeah, I think he should find a new home where he can actually have a chance to win a championship again. Because unless some what's the word? Remarkable. Yes, remarkable thing. When you bilingual, you get it. Unless some remarkable thing happens, the Bucks not doing much.
Yeah, they not moving the pedal or the metal for me.
And I love Giannis down. So I want to see him
here's
shine.
my question. What team could you see him going to? Regardless of where they've been saying.
I've been seeing people talking about the where is this? The number 1 pick went to the Texas team, the Spurs. He's not gonna go to the Spurs. He's.
I couldn't see him with the Spurs. You know who I could see him with?
He needs to go to like a.
I could see
Cavaliers would be good for him.
No, because they already got Evan Mobley. But you know who what team I could see him go to? And I feel like I keep saying
the Nets. Come to the Jersey Nets. But they're in the rebuild, so that's not happening.
You scared me. I don't know. You just jumped out of know.
Because I need I'm so serious. I keep calling them the Jets. I'm mixing up the people. The Nets are a Jersey team. They need to come back to Jersey because we need a basketball team. Thank you. Oh, okay. Let's move on now.
Wait, I wasn't done.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
If the camera shuts off again,
girl, okay. I could see Giannis going to the Pelicans. I feel like if they trade Giannis for Zion, technically that's a big.
They're not gonna do that.
Listen, I'm just.
That's not a fair trade. Zion has barely played any games. Why would I trade for Zion?
Okay, but neither was the trade for
Lakers. But that was like a scam done in public. Because let's be for real, that was not a fair trade. That was some good friends. They dapped it out. No one with their right mind would do that.
For basic pennies on a dollar.
I also want to talk about, we gave the NBA some shine. I also want to talk about the WNBA. The New York Liberty are finally going to play a preseason game. I feel like every team has played a preseason game. The Liberty haven't. I'm super excited to see, this new addition. My good sis, Benai Jelani. She is out for the season due to her injury. I think they're not gonna re-sign a contract or something with her because she's injured and she won't be playing for the season. So that sucks. Natasha Cloud has joined the team this season, so that's super exciting. I feel like she's gonna replace the role of Salute, who's now with the Chicago Sky. But another major thing that happened this week is the fact that Fenty Beauty, if you don't know Fenty Beauty, that's our girl Rihanna's makeup line. She is now the official sponsor of the New York Liberty. So essentially this means now that the Fenty logo will be a part of their practice merch, their clothing, and it just helps. It's like a marketing thing, right? So Fenty will now be displayed at Barclays Centers and all the things, and in turn, they help with promotion. The WNBA is growing, the league is growing, so it's a win-win situation. So I love that. Hopefully when we go to Barclays, they do a little Fenty Beauty event vibe.
Oh my God, what if they do a pop shop?
I love that too. So shout out to Rihanna for investing in women's sports.
Definitely.